What is going on, guys? Hobbies through Life's Quest here, and yeah, I messed up pretty big. I recorded this entire video and did not realize that my mic was off. So yeah, that kind of ruined the whole plan. I was getting ready to do the final touches and everything, and when I went to check the audio, it was completely silent. So yeah, we're just gonna go over this bait real quick. I really can't try to reiterate what I said, because it just, I don't plan these things. I don't have a script or anything beforehand. So, they're just my honest thoughts as I go. And so, yeah. But yeah, today we are reviewing Shadow Shinobi 180 Metal Needle. This Bey was released a few years ago on the Japanese side, and it was released in a select random booster, I believe, where you pretty much had 3 of the same Beys, and you had the prize Bey, which is what you see in front of you, and then you had 2 recolors of the Bey with different parts. And so the Bey, in my opinion, was pretty much dead on arrival. For one, it was too light. When you would see the reviews before you were able to get it, everyone said it was too light. And then on top of that, you had Metal Needle, which is not a very good bit because it can damage your stadium. And, well, it will damage your stadium if you're not careful. And, no one really wanted to use it, honestly. So, yeah, in my opinion, pretty much dead on arrival. But yeah, Shadow Shinobi, it is a defense type. 180 is also geared towards defense in terms of ratchets. Then you have the Metal Needle bit, which is a defense bit, so it does have low resistance. This Bey really didn't have much uses. The gimmick of this Bey was more or less to kind of give the characteristics of a ninja, right? So quick on its feet, light, and able to evade attacks. So the smooth round out edges of the blade were kind of meant to imitate that, the fact that it should be able to just kind of brush off attacks, really. Just kind of swiftly dodging impact, or not really impact, but I guess like the full frontal force of an impact. And then just that light weight, I guess. And then Metal Needle, which less friction on the stadium floor, so making it easier to kind of move around a bit and everything. But yeah, there was just really nothing going for this Bey. Overall, it just didn't really have any good qualities for it, except for, I guess, 180 in terms of the ratchet. But yeah, I really only got this Bey as a part of collection purposes. There's really no use out of it competitively unless you just really want to use this Bey and hey, try to make it work. Each their own. I still like the Bey in itself. I think the design is really nice, the color scheme is really nice, but yeah, overall there's not really much you can do with this Bey when it comes to battling. Metal Needle, I guess if you wanted to, you could say that it has its uses. This is the part where I, got the Bey out of the packaging, and I'm pretty sure I was just going over it. As you can see, I do have Metal Needle on the far right. I got that from the Night Mail set. That I do feel like Metal Needle does have uses outside of the stadium. I was actually able to use it for my first, well, not necessarily first, but in my opinion, first skit type video. I was gonna say my first short, but more of my first skit type video. I think it was called Turtle Crossing, which a lot of people seem to like that video more than I thought they would. Personally, that was like my first ever time trying to do something like that. So on one hand, I actually really like it, and I'm proud of it as a like first kind of recording thing. On the other side of it, I, can completely admit that it was a pretty trash video. And I really want to redo it not somewhere down the line, and just try to make it better. But yeah, that video was recorded with metal needle, because I don't see the point in damaging a good bit. When you have something that works on the ground and you don't have to worry about it really getting like crazy damage to it. So yeah, if you have any ideas like that where you want to try and use metal needle outside of the stadium, I say go for it. I'd be really interested to see those kind of videos if you do upload them at all or anything. Hey, drop the link in the comments and I'll definitely will check it out. I guarantee you. But yeah, that was pretty much it for metal needle in terms of its uses. Just please, if you really want to, sure, go ahead, but please don't use it inside your stadium, because yeah, that will permanently dent it, and yeah, you don't want that unless you unless you don't care and you're willing to buy a whole new stadium, or you're going to buy a whole new stadium anyway. Or if you have multiple stadiums, yeah, and you just have one you don't really care about, then sure, go right ahead. But yeah, the Bey in itself, I really just like the color scheme of it, honestly. But that's pretty much it. I am kind of curious to see if if you guys are interested in, getting this Bey. If you know about the information beforehand, But yeah, we're gonna get to weighing the Bey now. I believe, yeah, I start with the blade, which is 27.9. And yeah, it was just too light to do anything, which was really disappointing, because when it first came out, I mean, I still think the Bey looked great, so it would have been really cool to been able to do something with it. For the ratchet, we have 6.7, and for the bit, we have 2.8. So as far as I've seen for Hasbro and Takara Tomy, I've noticed that the ratchets and bits, seem to be almost 1-to-1 for the most. I think at most I've seen 1 gram off, or point gram off, sorry, for either a ratchet or a bit. But for the most part, they've been pretty much the same all throughout. So that gives me comfort to know that I don't have to go swapping around trying to find the best 560 out of everything. But yeah, personally, I feel like almost majority of the defense bays that came out in the early stages. Oh yeah, and we got the full Bey here, 37.3. So yeah, just too light. Most of the defense bays that were coming out in the early stages just were not holding up to what I guess you could say was the weight standard for a lot of them. And really, if you could do anything else with those bays, you really couldn't, outside of the weight. If you could do something else with them, that's great, but weight wise, it just didn't allow them to be very competitive. But yeah, right here, I think I'm just talking about the character for this Bey, Queen Manju. Really good character in my opinion. I actually really enjoy her in the show. She feels realistic, if that makes sense, to a degree. I don't know about how many like older people you would see playing video games, although to be fair, she's even playing an old style video game. It's not like she's even playing something super updated or whatever. But yeah, I think I was just talking about her. I really personally enjoy her character, and I mean, I like I said, Shinobi Shadow or Shadow Shinobi in the anime, but that's pretty much all that there was. Here I was just talking about Knife Shinobi, because I couldn't remember if Knife Shinobi was a precursor to Shadow Shinobi, which I believe it is. For her character, I haven't seen it in a minute. I'm sure I've seen it in anime a long time ago, but I haven't watched that episode in a minute, so I can't fully remember. But I'm pretty sure Knife Shinobi is supposed to be the the first Bey that she has, and then she improves it to Shadow Shinobi, which is really cool in my opinion. Also, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing my painted Beys at all, because I actually do have that same Bey painted, um, along with all the other quote-unquote Hasbro exclusives. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. I'm probably gonna do it in a short, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so we just end the video with the scripture reading, as we always do. This one was John 14:27 to 28, I believe. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about that. I hope I don't allow that to happen again, but hey, you know what? We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.